a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Look at the 8. Hold the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, black. Check 25.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike.
Rodgers going to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check three. Hey, 5-0. Hey, Red. No.
From the 45 on second down. Stafford looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
No, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now it's Rodgers. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Trey Flowers able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Watch the shot. Whip. Watch the whip.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 43. 32.
Now Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Davis now to return it. Unable to corral him. He fights through. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the Lions' 49-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch up. Strike 1. Out. Check 26. Check 29.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
26. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Teammates. 36.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey, 88. 42 the mic, boy. 42 the mic. 319. I got you. Man, I got you. 319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it. Complete. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The left side throw complete to Adams. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
We got this. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Hard to believe, but 6 weeks of the NFL schedule will have come and gone by the conclusion of this one. But coming up Thursday night, a good one to kick off Week 7. Kansas City and Denver from up at Mile High. Kickoff at 8:20 Eastern, 6:20. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Let's go.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Get 300. Get 300. 51.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
No. 319. We own them. We own them. 319. Mike 51. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You ain't doing nothing today. Over.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
319. Get 300. Get 300. He's tight on the right. 4 down. Alert. Recon, 132 fighter. Right. Under 10. 10. Right.
Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
And middle.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Dean Lowry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. After the sack on first down, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Omaha, remove. I can't believe they even let you play. Check.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 10. Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Ready? 180. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey, 59.
From the 50, it's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Stafford. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down. For offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Feeling like they're... Yet they're going to go for it on 4th. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy.
Rodgers throwing again. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Adams.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Mike 50.
Check.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'll be about to left because I'm about to take you to school. Check 52. Real right, 22.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Powering forward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, right at the 30. And they start the second half with Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Past the 20, 10, Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Prater on to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Packers 17, Lions 14. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Box it. Check. Hey, 88.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 42.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Flat on it. 258. That's the run. 258.
On 1st down, Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Monday.
Open man is Galladay, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
He goes set. 280.
Check tight.
Look at him.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Set. 280. Go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Get that ball. Easy alert. Crunch. Crunch.
On 1st down at Stafford. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Detroit.
Set. 250. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Mike's still.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 4 down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Take 30. You got 3 down. 3 down. 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to record his 5th sack of the season. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, they'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Set, lady.
From the gun, Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T. 42. Hey, Mike.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
You got tight.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 4th quarter. Down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Watch the run, watch me, Mike. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. It's called Mike 42.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man right side is St. Brown. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, 88. 22. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hold. 42.
To throw is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And a loose football. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. Waiting. Check. 42's the mark. Come on.
Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey. Mike's 42. Stay 50. Screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Delta.
One last throw here for Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It